Fixing window in ArchiCAD is similar technique to that of door. So just zoom close to where you intend to fix the window and click on the window tool, and this brings a list of Windows options here. So click on the settings dialog, which pops up a settings dialog here, and you have on the Windows section you have basic Windows and other different types of windows here. There are as many as you can think of. So we are dealing with basic, so we pick the first one here, which is the basic window. And what are the dimensions? Basic window settings. So the dimension here is actually 1500 by 1500, but I think I will need something that has to do with 1200. This plan is designed to 1200, so we have, sorry, something is doubling there, 1200. Okay, so those are the settings I have just adjusted there. So let's look at the parameters. So mouse over to material section and collapse it by clicking on this dialog here, this arrow here, and then it gives you more options, so you can always scroll down. Okay, it's by default these options here are supposed to be wooden materials, pine wooden material something, but I think I've changed them to aluminium in my previous tutorial or previous work. That's why it's maintaining the settings. So even the mirror here is something I choose. You can mouse over and choose the type of glass you want for the window. You have clear, you have mirror, lamp, and such. You can also change the material for aluminium to something else, maybe metal, braze, bronze, chrome, stuff like that. You have so many. I prefer aluminium, that's why I choose aluminium for my choice. Okay, I'll go ahead and click OK here, and we are ready to place the windows. Notice that in insertion, if your cursor changes in style of this kind, it's also good to go. This is a pass mark. You can click, and you also in this style too, you're good to go. This style that changes to look at it here, this style, if it changes to this style, so yes, you're good to go. So any of those two styles, either the pass mark or this style, you can click and ArchiCAD will place the window. So now this is not door, so we're not going to talk about the opening angle or whatever. This is a sliding window. So what you need to observe here is the recess. How do you want ArchiCAD to recess the windows? So the recess bevel should be the inside, or it should be outside. Of course, it should be inside. So you will take your cursor inside and then click. So this is how you will fix the window. So let's quickly take a look at the window before we proceed. If there are any things to be set, we can readjust that. But you can also notice that the window is not precisely positioned as built. You see the blue line here. This is how AutoCAD position the windows. ArchiCAD has to follow the same precision. So let's locate the ArchiCAD drawing by selecting on the edge. Mind you, if you just select on click on ArchiCAD like this, the window of ArchiCAD or ArchiCAD components generally, if you click on it direct like this, don't think it will select to. You just have to locate the edge. Selecting in ArchiCAD is with technique. You can see that it's giving you a pass mark that yes, that object, that component has been selected. So now you can click, and then you will see that it is actually selected. So you can also moving the object is also logical. You don't have to click here somewhere around the object to move it. You have to click on those nodes. Once you click and the node is selected, you see the node is now selected. This is when you can now move your mouse and then get to the destination and then click. Then you will see that ArchiCAD will reposition that. You see, ArchiCAD has a concept. You need to know the concept. So this has this as it is the process of getting to know the concept, because you will have to precisely locate. You see, this is the pass mark. Once that pass mark is not available, then you will not be able to select ArchiCAD component. Once it's available, yes. Once it's off, no way. Once it's there, yes. And it's always, it appears when you mouse around the edge of that component. You see, I can now reposition again, move. You know, if it is to move the node, which will extremely enlarge the size of that component, you don't have to use this for move. You only use this to modify the length or width of a component. This one is the move, is the drag. So you're dragging it to place here, and you see it's that one that is highlighted. So you drag and just drop here. So now the precision is 100%. So at this point we can take a look at the 3D preview. Alright, this is the window placed, and okay, you will notice something that we left out. So recessing from the outer view is actually a big problem to me. So I intended this window should recess from the inside, so it has happened like this. So how do I resolve this problem without redoing the window again? So let's go back to the 2D section and select the node here. You see the node, the ArchiCAD components, like I earlier told you, has to be logically selected. The selection requires some logic. You have to mouse over to the outline, any of the outline, and once the outline is marked, yes, then you are ready to go. So let's select this now. Okay, so you select this, and then this node here is the node that controls the flipping, the rotation of this object. So let's click on this node here, and then it brings a pet tool. These pet tools are here for us, providing quick actions. So what do we want? Do we want mirror? It's not mirror that is the problem here. The problem is rotation. So by the time you click on this rotation, you will see that this node will now face this way. So here, let's see. Alright, that has taken care of that. You see, the whole thing that was here has been repositioned to this position. This node I told you that to rotate to this place has been rotated. Now if you preview this object in 3D, you will see that the windows are now recessing from the inside. So let's take a look at the preview quickly. Alright, this is it. This is how the plan is. This is how it's supposed to recess. Recess from the inside, and the windows should vanish with the walls. Exactly, this is it. So in addition to this, we didn't include the elevation of this window, as in the offset from the slab level. This window is assuming the offset from the ground level. It's not from the slab level. So that means the baseline of this should not be 900. This should be 1050. So 900 plus your 150 is what should be here. 1050. Alright, that has been taken care of. So you will see now that the window level is lapping with the door level height, which is what was not there before. That has been taken care of now. You see, this is how it's supposed to be. Your window level, you know, the height lapping with the height of the door. This is how it should be. Yeah, now we are on track. So we can actually duplicate this window to place on the remaining places, or we can redo same using these techniques. So let's go ahead and duplicate this window. We can just copy this window to the next place here. How do you do that? You drag and copy. Now that I've selected it, I will just right click anywhere and say drag a copy, which is Ctrl Shift D. So I'll select that, and then I'll pick at a point at an angle, just click from there and then drag it to the position I want it to be. so it has been dragged. Oh, I think I didn't select the ArchiCAD. This is the AutoCAD version of the window. Sorry, the ArchiCAD has to do with the thick line. So I mean the shade, the thick shade. So let me quickly select it. Now I have selected it. You see, when you select the AutoCAD version of the window, you won't see these options highlighted here, but if you select the ArchiCAD, you will see ArchiCAD will give you options concerning that. So this is when I was supposed to right click and choose drag a copy. So I will do that, and then I will click on the node, drag on the node here to this place. Alright, that has been taken care of. Alright, I'll do same here. I mean drag from this. Okay, you can't drag this to this place because this is not on the same axis. You can only duplicate objects like this because these objects are dynamic update, as in they're embedded to the wall, so you can't drag them out of the wall. And dragging it to the horizontal, the vertical aspect of the wall, it's simply not possible. So what you do is you have to recreate the horizontal type. So let's go ahead and using the same procedures we use in creating this window, we'll go ahead and create another one for the horizontal. This time around, let's just modify the settings here. This is 1050 and this is 1200. That's okay. And let's confirm if really is the window that is selected. Yes. And what about the parameters? Are we sure that the parameters are same the way we want? Yes. Then okay. And this time around, select this and then click. How do you want these windows to recess? Let it recess inside. So this time around I'm clicking outside here, because then I clicked inside and it recessed outside. So this time around I'm clicking outside, hoping that it will recess inside. So let's view the 3D. Is here. The one we created is this way. Alright, so this time around I got it right. Recessed inside and lapped well outside. So that is it. So this is how you create windows. So in the next tutorial we should be looking at something else.